starting. We're late by 30-ish minutes, but such is life. So today we don't really have too long for an intro. I'll just start off with saying what the map is. We're starting off with Giant versus Medics, so it's a PvZ. Though I can't really give you too much information on them, that's why we're paying the commentators. So give it to the commentators and then we'll go to the game.
Giant plays there, right? Can you tell me a little bit of ethics?
Well, they are both playing Bulgar games. Resistance. They will be situation for ethics because Giant is really so we'll wait. Yeah, there is someone who will tell me that we wait. I see. So yeah, it will be a lot of fun. They will get a lot of games because a lot of games you can check the Wikipedia page of Vorpal Challenge. A lot of incoming games for the day as well as for tomorrow. Probably with stages tomorrow. And looking at the Wikipedia page, I see that after Giant against Betis, we'll see Nation against Balkans. We have a problem here in Bulgaria. There aren't any pro games. Hopefully, those guys train a lot on the ladder, of course. But
There was a player before, Canin or something. Lil Canin. You know this ID? I think Xerax also plays some Can. Yeah, but he also plays Can very well, I think. He's not playing anymore. So you have mostly on his Zergs.
most search, couple of bonuses. Yeah, both games. There were a couple of guys that tried to go harder in the match.
Who's the best Protoss player? Yeah.
I would say like this. There was one guy, Thurl. Next time, Giant managed to win. So yeah, I think the best pros are
Okay.
we'll see the value of
I will. That's what I do.
They're also pretty good pros in there.
Okay.
Alright, looks like all the guys are
Athletics is actually rank 113 in the Bulgar here. Not sure I should reveal that. Yeah, it's his fault. He plays with Sparkle. Everybody knows him. All it takes is doing it one time, and then everybody knows you. It happened. I streamed one time, and then every time I found ladder, next time everybody was like, "Hey, Toad."
I see you
Oh yeah, it's in a different position. Okay. Oh, now I see, but I see 2 slots in team 1, so hopefully we can solve that as soon as possible. Of course, thanks to you guys for tuning in on the stream. Thanks to everybody who showed up live here. I do hope you're going to
So yeah, looks like everything's ready. I was just about to ask you about Bulgaria.
I haven't seen much, so I can tell you.
Alright, that's once again, thanks for tuning in. Our first game is called Vorpal Challenge. Giant against Metics. All games from the group stages are best of 3. The map is whirlwind. So we'll see where this goes.
I want to see what the Protoss has in store for us here. I kind of know what to expect from the Zerg player, just in general because of the race he plays and because of the way you talk about him too. But the Protoss player this Protoss player is a complete mystery for me. So I want to see what build order he goes for. Is it Gateway expand? Is it Forge expand? Does he go for a Stargate or not?
Sometimes he goes for a Stargate, yeah.
But more Gateway expand or Forge expand?
It depends on the map. I think on smaller map he goes for Gateway expand.
Okay.
Alright, so starting here in the upper right position, we've got Giant from Carnage Sports, Wheeler from him. And spawning here, bottom left, Whirlwind, we've got Metics, Blue Team left. So we got a first position here, which is also focusing on a longer game, like I said, both players are really up for a longer game.
Yeah, this could play a huge role in whether these players try to play aggressive or not. Especially Metics, he will be the one to put on the pressure. It looks like it's going to be a Forge expand. Goes for the pylon down his ramp. He's going to be scouting right after. This is basically most standard opener that you could go for as well. He's not going to go for any kind of non-scout gateway expand, which on this map I quite like because it's a 4-player map. Some players are going to cheat sometimes. And also, although you mentioned this Zerg player does not like to play too aggressive, it's always nice to start with a standard style and make sure you don't fall behind too far. You don't get tricked in the first game.
Yes, actually, the Giant will go for touch first or full first. So it will be the touch first for Giant.
Now this map, almost every single time.
But I still kind of put the thinking something.
The thing.
Aggressive player or stuff like this. Like I said, if there is some aggression here,
Yeah.
both players can come mostly from the force.
Yeah, and you know, he has an opportunity here to cannon rush. If he realizes, he saw that this is a hatch burst from the timing, and if he wants to, he could cannon rush this and be quite successful with it. Oh, actually, Giant pulling some drones here, trying to do some damage onto the pro, possibly killing. Not gonna do much. And I think Metics, he right from the start when he saw the hatchery, he decided already that he was not gonna cannon rush. Then gateway and not want to slow himself down. And he can't cannon rush. And actually, he should be making gases before he starts his cannon here. Because he's against the hatch first, he can delay his cannon that much more. If you want to, you can actually get double gas and then the cannon, but he hasn't adjusted that well. He went for the cannon before his gases, so Metics' tech it's not going to be that fast. You see his gateway, it's already quite far done.
So now we see.
Yeah.
So he's staying here with the probe, probably looking for third base from Giant. He wants to make sure that if there is a third base, he's aware, of course. We see the first link come out. They'll probably look for the probe, of course, which is really important for both players. I'm really expecting that Giant is moving with his overlords. He will soon find his opponent, actually. He still haven't managed to scout where he is.
Yeah, I think by right now he knows that his opponent is either in the bottom right or bottom left. So soon he's gonna know him. I mean, at this point it's not that important. Giant, he anticipated he was gonna be up against the Forge Expand by the way he played in general, I think. And he's just gonna be okay for the moment. He's getting speed. He could choose and go for a third base from there if he wants to. And interestingly enough, he's still mining gas with only one drone. But that's a little bit weird. That's not really supposed to happen at this point in the game.
I also see that he's droning a lot, but he's not going for third base. So probably he could do something
No,
for
no,
third
he's
base.
he's about to throw it down.
Yeah, bad. So
Uh,
there goes the third base from Giant, of course, droning a lot. And we see the tech here coming from Metics. It will be a Stargate. He really enjoys opening with a Stargate. I think it's one of the safest openers there.
It's solid in general. Safest, I'm not sure. I would say opening Sentry and Robo is probably safer.
Okay.
But Stargate is just, on a map like this, it's really, really good because it's going to allow you to force Hydralisk a lot of the time. If you get 4 or 5 Phoenixes, I can switch. You can already start getting Colossi. And then from there, you just take it into the mid towards late game quite comfortably while getting a very good scout. And you also prevent the possibility of your opponent of happening into Mutas directly. If your opponent does that, I mean, not only you're going to see it, you're already going to have Phoenixes, you're going to be in great shape. So
From what I've seen so far from Giant, I don't think he likes pretty much the Mutas.
yeah.
I'm not sure what he'll choose, but from what I know about him, I don't think he'll prefer something about Roach, either some kind of composition like this. And we see the Roach Warren already popping out. And this block from Medic is still alive. He managed to get a lot of info here on the third base, of course.
Yeah.
So he feels fine when seeing the third base from Giant.
He comes from the speed. He knows that there is speed against him, but it was a nice catch by Giant. A probe like this on the map can do a lot of damage, not directly. I mean, by making pylons and warping. Essentially went for 3 extra gateways. So far, this looks like the Korean build that we've seen a lot. Phoenixes into Colossus with +1 big H. So if he throws down a Robo very soon here and takes the third, I think it's going to be in a very decent shape to go into the mid game at least.
There's a family by Giant actually that also walks around the Metric base. He saw everything, so he's completely aware of what's coming to him. We see a couple of spore crawlers being brought down around Giant base.
Mythics asks for a pose. And
Hopefully everything will be fine. So
he just threw down a Robo actually, so I do think he's going to want to go for Colossus and go for a third base, but most likely behind this as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's really sad that he lost that probe that he had across the map, because with some nice Zealot warping across the map, you could do a lot of damage. I mean, his Phoenixes, they're already doing damage, they're sniping Overlords, they're going to supply block here a Giant for a second, but
yeah.
with some Zealots in support, he could force a lot of extra units. Because Giant right now is only droning up.
he's actually making a lot of spores. You see in the
Yeah,
main base 2 spores, in the third base 2 spores. There is actually 2 spores on the natural as well. We see a fourth base here from Giant. While Metix is moving around, we see the Void Ray here from Metix. The Robo is almost complete. We'll see if will he jump for Immortals right up, or he'll...
I think when you do this, you go straight for Colossus, so he's supposed to make his Robo Bay right now, but I mean, he could have his own builds, he could do this a little bit differently, and he goes for the third Nexus. First of all, I'm not sure if he's forgetting his Robo Bay right now, but okay, he's finally throwing it down. Just a few seconds late, not too much of a big deal, getting the first Observer, which he's gonna wanna get between all the bases of his opponent. And as you mentioned, Giant, he does not seem to want to be aggressive at all against this. He's getting Hydralisk speed,
he really
11
loves it.
Hydralisk and a force base right now.
Okay, one more overload here taken by Metix. He's doing fine with those Phoenixes, even though there are a lot of spores. There are a couple of Hydras already out, so or actually 10 Hydras in the production tab coming out from Giant. So he's, even though there are a lot of anti-air here, he's trying to do some damage. We see that his robotics base already complete. The first Immortal will be out, and probably he'll be going after that for only Colossi. Giant sees the Robo Bay, of course, with this whole work here in his main scouting, and looks like Giant is moving out. He has a couple of roaches as well as Hydras. Hydra speed will be almost done. You see an Infestation Pit as well as a Spire after this. So he'll try probably to address the third base, and we'll see where this goes. He has a lot of army actually here.
Yeah, I like the Mothership Core, the way it's placed, is ready to photon overcharge anywhere that's needed, and Giant is going to attack in a very good position here.
Yeah.
No photon overcharge can help support this army. Nice force field!
Very, very good force field here by Medics. dropping here a lot of kind of things, a lot of kind of which is actually the main DPS here. The roaches are mainly for tanking and the hydras are the important thing. So very good force fields here by Metrics. And he's also upgrading the thermal lenses here.
Yeah.
Some more Colossi will be coming out. The armor upgrade is ready, so he already has 1-1. And Giant will be going back.
You know, if Methics goes for timing from there after having sniped all these Hydralisks, if he goes for timing with 2 or 3 Colossus, he could do a lot of damage, especially considering what Giant's doing. Giant feels very indecisive in this game. He made Spire and Infestation feed at the same time, and then he started Hive, and now he's starting a Baning Nest, and he's while getting Infestor, so I don't really understand what he's doing. Like, is it usual to his style, or he just can't decide what he's doing?
I think he's just trying to make the best moves here. I'm not sure if it will work out. But still, we've got a lot of upgrades here going down for Giant. Force speed as well as 1-1 for the melee, for the grounded units. A couple of infestors are coming down with a good timing with the packaging glance. And Metic's still managing to scout as well as get some kills with those phoenixes, which is really kind of nice. It's a lot of important for the pros players. We see one more Void Ray as well as the third, I think, the third Colossi is coming. So probably Metics will be arranging a bit of a fight here.
I think Giant is doing one of the best things he can do right now. Getting the Ultralisk Cavern, this is the ultimate counter to the army of his opponent. And getting only 5 Infestors here is really smart, because this is the only 5 Infestors you need against these Phoenixes to catch them and kill them with some Chain Fungals. And you need to save gas for something else. So right now he's getting some Corruptors as well to help support his army against this Colossi and Void Race. But Metix is actually taking a force base, and he has a quite nice supply lead. But if he gives enough time to Giant to get his ideal army, his tier 3 army is going to be really hard for Metix to deal with it.
We see 4 Vipers being produced by Giant, as well as a lot of Hydras. The Ultra's covering is already complete, but we see Metix moving forward here, getting to the center of the map. And like you mentioned, he has a supply lead here. So let's see where this goes. He'll be probably addressing the third base of Giant.
Yeah, this is a very good timing. This is timing he needs to go for, whopping extra Stalkers now. I like the position of Giant. If he can get some good Fungal and Labducks here, he's going to do really good. Nice first Fungal.
Very good Fungals here. Metix is trying to move forward. There is the Vipers here. Will they update something? Yeah, the first Void Ray is going down. Very good moves here by Giant. Even though there are a lot of force fields and the Time Warp here, we see that Giant is really dropping in the army supply here. Metix doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, the composition of Metix too much for Giant here. Nice Abduct on
on
another one of these Colossi, but the army of the Zerg has evaporated here.
And GG. Metix takes game 1. Very good timing here by Metix.
Yeah, nicely done.
A second before he aggressed, he was at 200 supply. Very good.
You know, I liked the way Giant was going into this game, but then in the mid game, he just didn't feel like he knew what he wanted to do exactly.
He was doing a lot of things.
Yeah, he was getting every single building you can get, which is not the most effective way of playing the matchup, and then in the end, just not being able to decide what he wanted to go for early on.
Also, I thought he was saving those resources for the Ultras, and he pumped up Hydras with the Vipers.
I guess he had to get some Hydras at first to have defend against the Phoenix, but then he added on a lot of extra Hydras, which is not really good.
It's not really good, especially against the Colossi and that composition that Metix.
What he could have done maybe is maxed out on Hydralisks, and then abduct all the Colossi and kill them, and then Hydralisk could have killed everything else. But still, he would have needed some spines in this fight. There was more supply from the first player, which does not happen every day, I think.
Yeah, it's of course usually for the Zerg player to lead with the supply, but okay, so second map will be Frost, also very big map, I can say. We'll see where this goes. I'm really interested. Metix being 1 game up.
And I guess I have an idea now of what to expect from Metix. I mean, usually players who go for this kind of build order, I mean, I don't really know him much, but I could see him open the exact same way. With a second base, Forge Expand, not really liking to Cannon Rush, although on some maps it would be good, like Vesture Vestige, maybe Power Knight. Not really on Frost, since it's 4 players map. And then from there, just goes into Phoenix, into Colossi, and it's going to be for Giants to try and react to this, if this happens again. try and scout it, make sure it's there, and then from there is a few timings that you can choose to hit. Live at the last Intel Extreme Masters in New York,
Yeah.
he beat Zest 2-1, 2-1, and Zest was doing the exact same build.
Alright.
The Stargate into Colossi into third base, and Live hit some really good timings with lots of hydraulics on the third base. Now, those giant nodes knows those timing
Yeah.
that he can throw at Mythics. We're gonna find out, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. He was really going for a lot of things in the first game. So, okay, we're into the second games here, guys. Spawning here at the bottom left position, sorry, in the upper left position, we've got Mythics. And, of course, spawning here at the bottom right position, we've got Carnage Esports Giant.
Oh, that's what it means. Carnage Esports.
Yeah, Carnage
I
Esports.
didn't know KRM.
He joined soon, I think, maybe 1 month ago or 2 months ago. It's it's an international team. Hopefully he'll do good there.
What about Mythics?
Well, he's teamless for now. He used to have a European team, but now plays in one North American, but only for practicing, not for something special.
Okay.
And yeah, we see Mythics scouting once again right after the pylon.
Exact same opener.
Exact same opener, yeah.
So as I thought, I think we might see a very similar style here out of him. I was a little bit
Probably.
surprised that he made Void Rays from one Stargate. Usually you don't really see this. You see either 2 Stargates or just like different tech paths, but he proved his activity in the end. The timing that he hit was perfect.
Yeah, very good
before
timing.
his opponent could get Ultras or Brood Lords. And it just worked.
It's strange because Giant had a lot of scouting info. He really managed. Last game he upgraded the lower lord speed pretty early and had a lot of info. And still, even though he knew that the Mythics was coming, he didn't manage to hold him there. So yeah, once again on kind of big map like Frost, you'll see the catch first
Yes.
from the third player.
Does he cannon?
Will
Doesn't
he
look
cannon,
so
yes.
just yet.
He has a game lead, so he feels a
Yeah.
lot comfortably.
I feel like Mythics, he gets his forge quite early. You know, you don't have to get it this early. So I'm a little bit surprised that he really does not want to cannon rush almost ever in situation. I think
Something
it would be
something
good.
for Mythics here. He really has a lot of problems playing offline. He's doing really good online, but playing offline he has problems, and it's really good for him that he won the first game. It's really important, I think, for him.
Didn't
for
look
his
like he had any
mindset.
problem in the first
Yeah, yeah, but looks like he trained a lot. He really had a lot of problems in the past in playing offline. He had to play at least like 1 hour on the place, so he could feel like he's fine with the game.
Yeah, but that's normal. He plays Protoss. Every Protoss does this.
All right.
All right, he's getting the cannon on the timing I really like, and Mythics is going to be able to spot that there is a quick third base this time, so no speed before that. It's going to make him feel really safe. He could go for a very, very greedy third himself. We've seen Protosses try this more and more recently.
Yeah, of course, when you have the Mothership Core from out of the Swarm, it's a lot easier going for third base, as well as when your opponent is going that greedy. But we'll see where this goes. There are the assimilators for Mythics are almost complete. We'll be dropping, of course, the Cybernetics core soon. We'll see. I'm interested to see what Giant has in his mindset. What kind of build he'll use. Will he go for something different, or he'll stick with the same plan in the first game? He had a good opening, I think. When there was that engagement there, when he lost the Hydras, there was his problem.
That was the problem in the first game.
Yeah.
His plan was that he had no plan for most of the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, in this game, I guess he's going to draw quite the same way as he did before, but he needs to choose a tech path. Is it Roach Hydra Viper? Does he try to go into Mutus? Does he try to go for Mass Link into Ultras? Should be one of those three if he wants to have a serious shot at winning. And very quick 2 gases on the expansion of Mythics here, plus a Sentry. This is interesting. I
What do you
think from
think?
there.
This is something like a robo build or something?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go for an Immortal Push or like, say, a 4 gateway plus 1 prison pressure, you throw down the robo very quickly. Usually 2 gases this fast plus sentries is like a third base build with +2.
Yeah.
But now he's still throwing down the Stargate.
Still going for Stargate, yeah. Well, if he's going for 2 more gases, I don't know. We'll see where this goes. Giant also, of course, starting with the extractors, still standard timing for him around 6 minutes. Also dropping down the Roach Warren, and Netix is not doing. Oh, actually, he's sending a zero here to check the down watchtower. And still a lot of droning for Giant, nothing special. We'll see. Oh, we have the Robo now, but it's actually pretty much the same like the last game.
Sorry. And yeah,
So-
I mean, he made the robo a lot earlier. Remember in the previous game, Mythics, he made the 3 extra gateways before getting the
Yeah,
robo.
yeah.
So this time,
It's a bit earlier, yeah.
we could be seeing something a little bit different here, possibly push. I'm surprised that he's not getting more sentries. Okay, he starts one more now. And
Giant
Overlord
will
going to die.
probably come here with the Overlord heal. Oh no, the Phoenix comes here. So
Okay, yeah. He's gonna be able to know. And he
can-
starts spores very early actually. This is a little bit too early. You see, in his natural and third base, he starts spore as soon as possible. Like you don't have against just one Phoenix now.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't have
it's
to
only
start it
one.
this quick.
also,
Oh, is he gonna spot the Robobay? That would be a big tell. And an
Oh,
Immortal
yeah.
was made. I think we might see a 2 base here, or at least some kind of heavier pressure because of the way Metix is getting sentries that will charge up on energy, and he rushed for his Robo a lot faster.
yeah,
He's queued the second Immortal. Okay, I think he's gonna Chrono Boost it out, and I think 2 Immortal, maybe 1 or 2 Colossus, and lots of gateway units. If he goes for a timing with this is gonna be quite deadly.
yeah, it will be really solid. You also see that Giant is going for a fourth base, sorry, third base. So
Fourth base.
yeah, oh yeah, it's fourth base. So he, even though he saw the Robo Bay, even though he saw everything, he still feels fine for going for a fourth base. You see, upgrading second Roach War. Oh,
He
sorry,
hasn't made one.
sorry, my bad. Yeah. So
I like that Giant has only one evolution chamber here. He's getting missile attacks. And just because he's getting a force base doesn't mean that he has to use it, you know? He
Yeah.
doesn't have to drone it up. He's going to be a 1 extra hatchery, kind of like a macro hatchery that he can use as well. And if he realizes early enough that there is a timing headed his way and gets a lot of units out, he's going to have a good shot at holding on this map. It's going to be very hard. He's going to come down to the force fields and all that.
yeah. You see those two Phoenixes walking around, just getting some info. But still, Metix is adding 4 more gateways, so there will be a lot of gateways here. And he looks like he's moving forward. The terminal lance as well as the one attack is almost complete. And yeah, he's moving out, definitely. The
Wow,
second
the Phoenixes
Colossus.
didn't find one of the Overlord. Actually, 2 of the Overlord around the base of Metix. He's moving across the map now. Only one Colossus out so far on the map. Second one on the way.
You should be
Thermal
really
lance.
careful because
About
there are
to finish, yeah.
a lot of Hydras here in open spaces.
Oh,
You
he's
should be really-
surrounded.
Oh, he's surrounded. Very good, but still not enough force fields here for Metix. Dropping down on the time war, but still losing a lot of army here in the Hydras. Killing everything apart here for the Zerg player. There
this
are a
is
lot
just-
of war piece, but still, I think he'll manage to push.
That was such a good engagement
Very
here by
good.
Giant. He flanked from every single side, not leaving time to Metix to force field as well as he wanted to. The Mothership Core is going to fall, being forgot about behind this. And I mean, Giant from there, he's in a great position. He can drone up his force base. He's only making units right now. He's getting a Spire. He could go for Roach, Hydra, Corruptor and finish the game. With the position he's in right now, he's got the saturation on 68 drones against 46 probes. And I think he's going to keep on attacking from there. He never lets his opponent take a third.
Yeah, he has a lot of units here. And he'll definitely try to cancel this third by Metix. But I think he'll be fine here holding. Giant will be probably collecting his army in the mid. He's boosting a lot of upgrades as well. We see 5 Corruptors in the production tab. So yeah, like you said, Roach, Hydra, Corruptors will be very good for Giant to managing with the army. He also has 40 supply lead as well. So
Oh, and War Prism being made, I think this is definitely a mistake. And Metix, he does not identify that he's up against aggression here. He thinks he's going to be playing against the passives there, so he wants to harass or buy some time with the War Prism, but Giant is not going to want to give him the time to do that. He's going to keep on making units from there.
Yeah.
5 more Corruptors on the way, some Zerglings. His +2 missile attacks on the way as well.
Giant tried to attack on two sides. He's doing it once again, but he should be really careful because splitting those Zerg armies, he could lose them really easy. We see the Corruptors here are coming, two more actually being added, so he'll have seven Corruptors for now. A lot of Roaches and the Hydras after that.
Oh wow. I think Metix wants to go for another timing here.
Yeah, he'll be attacking definitely.
Whoa, he's gathering in the middle of the map with all his forces. Giants. He engages with a small portion of his army, and this army of the Protoss actually looks quite scary. Hive just started for Giants, and the army supply 78 for the Protoss, 94 for the Zerg. He needs to keep on getting a lot of additional units if he wants to be able to have a real shot against this huge army of the Protoss player here.
Yeah, he's moving really forward, really close to his fort base. He's getting some warpings as well for the mother with the prison. We see here the Corruptors focusing the Colossi. The first Colossi will go down. The second also, but he's moving really solid here. Looks like Giant with having to fight only against gateway units. He looks really solid, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna do
He
really
has
well.
a lot of supply lead as well, dropping down the corruption on the Stalkers. He'll be fine here. Metix dropping below 100 supply, and yeah, Giant looks fine here without taking any damage to his economy so far. Only killing the Colossi as well as the other. But still, Metix is here, trying to do some damage, and a lot of Hydras will be coming here for Giant. It's really hard for Metix because Giant from 4 captures is really reinforcing a lot faster, and yeah, having that lead really puts Metix in a hard time. He doesn't have a sentry, he has only 1 or 2 sentries here for any force fields, only having Stalkers, and it's the perfect combo with Hydras and Roaches to fight against those Stalkers. He also lost the Warp Prison, and he only has 4 probes on his third base. So yeah, it looks like Giant will be moving forward and will be taking this game to an end.
He's pressing forward now. I mean, the supply of the Protoss is so low. He's trying to get an Immortal out, a Sentry, some Sentry as well, some kind of Sentry count to help force field because he ran out of them. But Giant being well saturated on this many bases, he can just take 2 Brood Lords very safely and go for the killing blow here in a second.
Yeah,
Metix is trying to catch up on the economy side of things now by boosting some probes. But I mean, he doesn't even have the gases on his third base. He has really bad upgrades. He has 1-1 against 2-0. We got Carapace level 1 on the way for the Zerg, Adrenal Glands as well. I think from there, the Zerg player just spends all this gas into Roulots and reinforce with lots of Zerglings and just finishes him up.
Yeah, looking at the Corruptor account, he'll definitely go for Bloodlust as well as his Greater Spark is almost complete, so he'll probably stay here in the mid, wait for some Broodlords to morph, and he'll move forward. And yeah, like you said, Metix is trying to get his probe saturation on the third base. He already managed to move a lot of probes there, but we see Giant here coming forward without, he's once again speeding the army. We see the Photon Overcharge here on the third base, sorry, of Metix. And Giant splitting his army, will this be good? With a couple of force fields, Metix could do just fine, I think, but there is a lot of army for Giant. Really a lot of army and really a lot of army supply. He has 100 against 50, and the Protoss player is really...
Photon Overcharge helping a lot, actually.
Yeah, the Photon Overcharge is helping a lot. And looks like Metix holds here.
Wait, not yet.
Yeah, for now. But yeah, now all those Corruptors will probably morph to Brood Lords. There are a lot of Lynx and Hydras, as well as the +3 attack for the Hydras and Roaches is just starting. So yeah, the Brood Lords will be starting. We just now see the Blink being researched for Metix, so he won't be able to snipe those Brood Lords soon. And as well, we see a 5th base here from Giant.
Yeah, that was a really nice hold, but I mean, if you look at Mythic's vision, he hasn't seen anything of Giant's infrastructure in this game. He didn't see that there was a lair, not even. So he doesn't know about the Hive, he doesn't know about the Brood Lords.
Yeah.
He might be anticipating it, but now being on 6 gases, he's going for the Templar Archive, which I really like. The thing is, there is no way he's going to have enough to hold this attack, plus hold the reinforcements after, so...
Yeah.
Giant...
It's a lot of Zerg army here. The supply difference is 73 for Metix against 117 army supply. So yeah, Giant looks like he's moving forward. He already has 5 Brood Lords, and yeah, pretty solid army here. let's see, let's see. A couple of high temporals being warped in. He'll go for Archon. And very good positioning here by Giant with those Broodlords, as well as some portion of the army is going for the natural of Metics. And he'll do a lot of damage here. Still staying on 200 supply, while Metics around 150. And yeah, Giant feels really fine here, staying with those Broodlords. They're doing a lot of stuff here. And yeah, the GG being dropped down, and Giant ties the series.
Yeah, I have to say this flank in the middle of the map that he went for was very impressive. He came from every single side possible. He had planned for this attack to come. When you play against a Protoss and then you see no third base by 9 minutes, 10 minutes, you know there is some kind of timing headed your way. He knew that. He got a lot of Hydralisk. He got the Hydralisk speed first. He went for the flank and that went so well. Oh my god.
I saw that even in first game, he really likes to go for Hydra speed first, because they are a lot of more mobile and he could do a lot more stuff like this. But yeah, Giant really played a lot better, almost from the beginning of the game, when he managed to surround there with the Hydras, very good surround of the Protoss army. And from there all the things started snowballing from Giant. And Yeonso will be the third map and deciding. We just started with the Vorpal challenge, but every game will count, going in for a lot of best of threes today. So yeah, both players are ready. We're also ready.
Let's get the game on the way. What do you think is going to happen on this map?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think that we'll see probably. Not sure actually if Metics will go for a gateway expand, but I think he could. What do you think about the PvZ in this matchup? In this map, sorry.
I mean, it can be difficult at times. It depends the style you go for, and with the style that Mythics has been going for, if he plays a little bit more passive game and just takes the third and secures it, he's going to be in an okay position to win the game, possibly.
Alright, so spawning here in the upper right position, we've got Giant from Carnage Esports, who managed to tie the series and is going for a third game. And here at the bottom left, we've got Metics here as the blue Protoss. He'll be fighting here for the third and deciding game. I'm sure there will be a lot of fun here in the third game. So no, he won't go for a gateway expand. He'll go for Forge fast expand.
The stream was showing us, so I think you need to do the introductions again.
Oh, sorry?
The stream was showing us before.
Oh.
Started showing the game. So
Alright, so let's do the introduction once again. So spawning here at the upper right position, we've got Giant from Carnage Esports managing to tie the series up.
Come on, man, give it some punch.
And here at the bottom left, we've got Metics, who's fighting for the third and deciding game. Who win this best of three?
That was better already. Yeah, exact same build so far from the Protoss player.
Yeah.
Why? Oh,
Third
he
game
saw that there
already.
was a drone scouting him, so he's afraid of proxy hatch, so he left a drone down his ramp here to make sure that does not happen.
Also Metics will try to block, of course, the hatch. And we see a pull first from Giant, playing at a smaller map. Looks like he's also probably expecting some aggression here from Metics. That's why he's going like that. But we'll see. We'll see where Metics goes. Like you said,
he's just going to take his third base as his natural, I think. He's already sending the drone there, so he's planning ahead. This is quite smart.
all Metics is dropping a pylon, and yeah, Giant going for this natural on the third place, in the third position. And yeah, Metics should scout this soon, because he'll definitely think of something when he see that there is nothing. Oh, he cancels the pylon.
Yeah, that's
he'll now
standard.
see.
I mean, he checked if there was a gas, and I mean, at this time he knew there was no way Giants would not have started an expansion at this time. So you just cancel, then you get 75 back, and it's totally worth it.
Okay, so Metics here, completing his wall, as well as gaining some info with this probe. He'll leave it here at the Xelnaga Tower. Of course, he could gain some information later. Of course, Giant starting to move out some links around to find the probe exactly, and as well to get some scouting info. We'll see. I'm not sure where. I think Metics will go once again for the Stargate. But on this map, I've seen a lot of his games on this map, and I think that
I think a smart thing to do here for him would be to change it up a little bit, because if a Zerg player knows that you're gonna do that every single time, he can play a little bit more greedily.
or maybe you're right. We'll see where this goes. So Giant managed to find the probe, which is very important for the Zerg player, as well as force it to go back into the main.
Yeah, he did not get the kill.
Yeah,
That's that.
didn't manage to clear it. And yeah, both players doing a lot of probes and drones. I've seen some aggressive plays by Metics with the Mothership core as well as the Stalker and Zilop. Already 2 games and as well as a third, and you don't see this. Probably will be seeing it against some other players.
Look at his probe in his main. And his main online. Looks like a Stargate position. Yes.
Yeah.
Stargate goes down again.
Third game already.
And, I mean, considering the way his timing went in the previous game, I don't think we're going to be seeing Metics trying for the same thing. So no gases on the third base just yet. And I wouldn't be surprised if he plays similarly to the first game. Starts his +1, get 2 gases, adds 3 extra gateways, and then makes a robo just before taking a third.
Right. So yeah, started with the second 2 simulators on the natural, and Giant is positioning those overlords pretty nice. He'll probably soon go and scout. And actually, the positioning of the Stargate, considering the overlord position, is very good. Very good by Metics. Giant will probably have a hard time finding the Stargate.
Yeah, the thing is, we have only 1 sentry out on the field for Metics here, so killing this overlord will take too long. So he's not even going to bother. He's just going to send his first thing inside one of these overlords, and he's able to get the second one just right behind this, and very quick spores again here by Giant.
Yeah. Really, he started the spore on the third base even before he saw the Phoenix and the Stargate. So
wow, and actually,
really.
You see 2 overlords around the expansion by Giants. Who died there? One more of those is going to die here, I think in a second, but there is another one, the third overlord. That's not really supposed to go down like this. And with the 3 extra gateways here, I think it's going to be the same way as the first game. The robo goes down. I think from there, he just tags into Colossus, takes the third base, and it looks to do a later timing. Now for Mythics, if he does not do the same thing as he did before with the Hydranate being caught out of position, I think he's going to do better in this game. And also, I mean, he's going to have to pick a tech path and go with it, which is what he did in the previous game. He did that very, very well. So this is the ultimate game between these two. They are finally both doing what they should be doing. There is no particularly huge mistakes being made from either of them. And the first one who starts making mistakes is going to fall behind you.
Oh, Metics swapped in 4 Zealots here. He'll be going for probably a little aggression here on the third base. He'll try to kill some drones as well as probably a queen.
There is 2 queens there.
There are 2 queens, yeah. As well as a couple of roaches will probably come down really soon. And I think Giant will have easy time here defending those Zealots. And Metics is killing those rocks here. Like you said, he'll probably go for a third base soon. We'll see. Oh, he started a pylon here, so he probably is planning for some aggression.
Still no Robo Bay. He's getting an observer as well. Lots of roaches already out on the map. I think if Metics warps in across the map here, this is not going to do much, and he will lose less Zealots for not too much. An Immortal being made now. This is different than what we saw before. The third base is going to be taken actually quite late, and Overlord is being sent there to make sure it is taken from the Protoss player here. And Infestation Pit on the way, Hydra is then as well. I really like the way Giant is playing this. He could go for quick Vipers here. That would be very smart.
Yeah, he could deal really easy with the upcoming Colossi. As well as he's dropping a fourth base here and moving out with those roaches. He could try to do some damage. Metix only has those zeros as well as one immortal. Of course, the phoenixes are here. Will he pick up some roaches?
Those roaches are actually quite dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
Player has to be careful. That's why he's following them with the phoenixes instead of trying to kill overlords or drones. But with the hive started here, if Giant goes for strong timing with Vipers, it's gonna be oh so hard for Metix to hold because he took his third base quite late compared to the usual standard. I mean, 11 minutes is actually really, really late. So he's taking the gases in advance here, but I don't think he can have Templars quickly enough to defend against Vipers there. So right now, Giant is well saturated on 3 bases. He's got 76 drones. He's gonna be making only units supposedly from now. And if he gets 4 Vipers, loads them up on energy and attacks, it's going to be almost impossible for the post player to hold, I think.
We also see that he's pumping a lot of hydros. You see the hydro speed is already complete. The hive is almost complete, so yeah, it will be really hard for the Chorus players. So he will now be starting with a lot of probes here, try to saturate the third base. And while this Giant already has his catches saturated, so he'll just pump up a lot of army, already having little supply lead, but it will be going a lot higher, as well as starting the second attack upgrade. And now, yeah, we see that in the production tab, 3 Vipers being produced by Giant. So a lot of Hydras. He already has, oh no, actually only 8 Hydras by far from Giant. A lot of links here. We'll see, probably he'll pump a lot more Hydras.
Yeah, it would be really, really good. Obviously, 4 more on their way here. And with the 3 Vipers, Giant is going to have to get energy on them as soon as possible. The more he waits, the worse it gets here. You see the Twilight Council in the production tab.
Yeah.
If Metix manages to reach Templars, he's going to have a serious shot at holding and taking the lead in the game, or at least be in a decent position. So, I mean, Giant right now is racing against the clock, and he's going to have to go very, very soon. He's getting an overseer as well, which I like, because sometimes Protosses, they can go for a lot of hallucinated Colossi, and then you're just not going to know which one to pull in.
Yeah. All right, so looks like Giant is moving forward. His Vipers already sucked a lot of energy, so it's a really good timing. I could say he's almost at 200 supply. Army supply is he's 20 supply ahead in the army supply. And let's see the engagement here. The first 2 Colossi getting abducted. Very good. The first one goes down. The second one will probably go down. Very good time warps here by Medics, but it will be enough. A Giant attacking as well as on the natural and doing a lot of damage here. Medics probably could hold here.
Yeah, one of these Colossi was not being attacked for quite some time here, actually. That was a little bit weird by Giant, but he breached the natural, he breached the main base. There is 4 roaches in the main base, killing some probes. They are gonna get killed by Void Ray, but the economic damage is here. It was done already. 24 probes have been killed in this game.
A lot of probes being killed, and now Giant has a 20 worker count lead, while the Vipers will be sucking a lot more energy, producing 21 Hydras in the production tab. He'll have a really, really huge army here. And already having a lot of supply lead, actually around 20 army supply lead here for the third player, but gathering a lot of army here as well as some upgrades being pumped out. He'll do a lot better in the second engagement here. He's moving forward.
If Giant attacks here, he's going to do a lot of damage, possibly finish the game, but if he does not, he can just go for a huge wave of Zergling Ultralis behind it to make sure he can finish. 24 Zerglings on the way, chitinous blading.
Metix is adding some structures here, the gateway as well as the pylon, so he could use them. Oh, the 2 of that are done, but still couldn't manage to. Yeah, the first Colossi is out. The second will be probably going down, and Metix here staying on the high ground. He's doing a good job here.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Metix moved down like this. I mean, he moved out.
Yeah.
He was ready to engage, but I think the more he waits at this point, the better it gets for him. So I was a little bit surprised by that, but I guess he traded a little bit, and Giant, knowing he didn't have any more energy on his Vipers, he just pulled back. He's getting new Vipers now. He's getting his first Ultralis. Yeah. He could just go for a 5th base and keep on attacking a little bit later on as he works on his composition a little bit before.
We see the Templar hives, so he'll probably getting some storms. It's very good composition against this Zerg army. Of course, the Ultras, when the Ultras pump out, we see 3 Ultras in the production tab. Like you said, there was 1 out already. So with the Ultras, he'll have a lot of hard time. he should be adding Immortals as well as Archons, and we'll see where this goes. Looks like Metix wants to do some aggression here.
Oh,
and
the Phoenixes, they get caught out of position here and sniped.
And
Oh, the Mothership Core!
oh, the Mothership Core will die here, and there won't be any time warps, which is a pretty set for the pros player, and a lot of ultras being produced. And I really don't think Metix will manage to win that fight once again, because a lot more ultras being produced, as well as those hydras with 2+3 attack. They'll do a lot of DPS while the ultras will tank a lot of damage. There won't be any force fields, of course.
Yeah, but Giant is giving him a lot of time right now. Metix is adding a lot of Archons to his composition, and he's getting Immortals as well. He actually has, he already has an Immortal which has 13 kills. If he gets a few more Immortals out, he's gonna do quite alright against this army, which is quite ultra heavy. He's gonna come down to the Abducts and Blinding Cloud.
Actually, now Metix has the army supply lead here for the first time probably into this game, but yeah, it looks pretty fine. The thing that he's lacking is probably some upgrades. He's still 20 minutes into the game, he's still on 1-1, and all those aggressions probably he didn't manage to upgrade more. But you see, yeah, Giant really giving his opponent a lot of time, moving up and down with this huge army, and he drops down a Spire. Probably he could, if he loses this army.
He has no way to reinforce the other fight.
Oh, the Abdex go first. The first Archon is dead. A couple of one Immortal as well as one Void Ray. Very good time warp here by Metix. It looks like the position of Metix is very good. He's moving forward, blinking forward. He'll try to deal some damage to those ultras. 2 more ultras being produced in the production top, as well as a couple of more Hydras being added. And Metix is moving forward. Both players in pretty even supply. Metix being on 200 supply, while Giant at 190. A couple of updates here probably will go very good. Dark Swarm, a very good swarm here by and all those Starcrafts blinking forward. 56 links in the production top, but it looks like Metix has done this. He crushed the Zerg army. Will he'll manage to do with all those links? I think when the Colossi are out, let's see, a lot of links, a lot of really huge count of links is coming here. Will Metix manage to deal with this? Looks like the Colossus will help a lot, and we see a couple of abducts here. The first Colossus is down, and a lot more links dropping down. Will Metix break this? Will Giant hold? The second Colossus is dead, and looks like the Colossus army is tearing apart here. And yeah, a lot more Stalkers being dropped to really low health, as well as the last Immortal is dead. And
Giant
now,
is barely gonna hold here.
and yeah, Giant holds.
And behind this, I mean, Giant is saturated on 5 bases. Metix is on 3 bases. His main is mined out, his natural doesn't have that many minerals left. If Giant just keeps on making Ultralisk here and makes sure he stays ahead on the army supply, he's gonna do very well. I mean, there is no Immortals on the map right now for the Protoss. He's getting 1, which is just started now, but we have 3 Ultralisks already made by Giant. He's getting 4 more, that's gonna be 7. He's got the economy to keep on making Ultralisk plus Zerglings. I think Giant has finally done it with this hold. For a moment here, it looked like he was gonna die, but Metix not able to completely break his opponent, even though he had the reinforcement, he had the huge army there, and Giant, that was such a nice hold there.
Looks like Metix is moving forward. Probably he knows that his opponent has more bases, so he wants to do the timing where there aren't many ultras. But as we see, there are already 5 as well as 2 more being produced. And Giant will do the surround here, also abducting the first Colossi, and he's attacking from the back and forth. The time warp is not pretty good, and surrounding his army. Looks like Metix will lose this fight once again, and really huge army supply lead. Metix only has 20 army supplied now, while Giant carrying around 80. Really solid here, and looks like the game ends. Congratulations to Giant taking the first best of 3 of our Vorpal Bulgarian challenge.
I like what you said. The time warp is not really good. Indeed, it was not. Did you know that Ultralisk is the only unit on the ground that it doesn't work on? And that's actually a big deal. I mean, in this situation, you don't even need to bring your Mothership Core, because it's going to be useless against Ultras. Just leave it at home and wait until you might have to use Photon on the charge. And I mean, wouldn't have mattered anyway this game, but Very nicely done by Giant here. I thought for a second he might actually be throwing this game away a little bit.
Yeah, it was really close with that push
Yeah.
from the pros. Really, really close, but a lot of links being produced there, and Giant managed to hold. And holding there without having any problems in the economic, having a lot of bases, a lot of drones, he really managed to do fine. So I guess we'll do a short break here, and we'll move on with the second game, which will be actually Deishi against Batetoshko. So TVZ coming here. Stay tuned with us, guys. We'll continue soon.
За да премахнете
positioning by Toshko. The headers here are probably going to be surrounded, and Toshko really reacts very, very good here. The Marines are a lot. He'll try to bring a lot more forces here, not a couple of links. But yeah, having those overlords there, and let's see, going into the mineral line, he'll have here very good positioning. But the Balkans will probably come and clean this up.
And huge mistake here by Deshi getting caught and not picking up those units. He's going to start the third command center behind this, actually on his third base. And with all the units that Toshko just made, if he counters attack from there, he might be able to do well. He's getting a Spire as well. 7 drones were killed during this attack, putting Toshko on 54 drones against 50 SCVs. Toshko is getting a macro hatchery. With the Spires getting noise, he can actually start amassing a lot of gas from there. And if he just keeps on making Zerglings and Mutas, he's going to have a very strong army to keep on hitting timing or defending what Deshi might throw at him. I feel like on this map it's very important that he gets the Mutas to help defend against the drops.
Of course, he's upgrading as well. 2-2 starting for Toshko now. And yeah, adding a lot more drones while he managed to stop this attack once again here. Deshi dropping here, but Toshko managed very good overlord position once again. And Deshi this time picking up the Marines, not leaving them. And he'll try to do some more damage here with the other media that you see on the third base. Also this Viking doing some damage to the overlords. And Toshko is adding some spore cores as well as a lot of units being produced here. And good drop here by Deshi, but usually probably be cancelled once again.
And I'm surprised that Deshi, I feel like on this map he's bringing early on. He could have cleaned all of those portals away.
Of course, he's upgrading as well. 2-2 starting for Toshko now. And yeah, adding a lot more drones while he managed to stop this attack once again here. Deshi dropping here, but Toshko managed to very good overlord position once again, defending. And Deshi this time picking up. But we'll see when Toshko will decide to try to do some more damage here with the other media. You see on the third base. Also this Viking doing some damage to the overlords. Once he has this, Toshko is adding some spore cores as well as some other a lot of enemies being managed to get a good drop here by Deshi that usually probably made it. So managing to stop the harassment, it could leave him go all out, feel a lot more safer. Of course, he's upgrading as well, 2-2 starting for Toshko now. As well as, adding a lot more drones while he managed to stop this attack once again here. Deshi dropping here, but Toshko managed to very good overlord position once again, defending. Deshi this time picking up. We'll see when Toshko will decide to try to do some more damage here with the other media. You see on the third base. Also this Viking doing really important the overlord. Once he has this, he's running some spore cores, some other enemies being managed to get a good block here by Deshi. So you can see that stop the harassment, it's like leave him go all out and feel a lot more safer. Both in the journey as well, as well as adding a lot more drones while he managed to stop this attack once again here. Deshi dropping here, but Toshko managed to very good overlord. Deshi this time picking up. You see when Toshko is trying to do some more damage to the other media. Also this Viking doing really important the overlord. Once he has this, he's running some spore cores, some other enemies being managed to get a good block here by Last couple of units being positioning here and there, and looks like Deshi will move out. A lot of mines here. Toshko will try to engage. A lot of mines connects, but very good positioning by Toshko. And looks like Deshi now finally has the lead in the supply, spreading a lot of those units. He'll move forward. He'll bring the mines a bit forward. He'll try to position them as perfectly as possible. And yeah, he's definitely moving forward. Of course, he'll cancel the creep spread. Let's see where this goes. They should looking really solid here. Both players on around 200 supply, and let's see when Toshko decides to engage. He has a lot of links, a lot of banelings. The Muras here, of course, trying to kill some of the Vikings as well, some of the Medivacs. But these mines, man, a lot of damage done here by Deshi. And now the links and the banelings are coming. Deshi spreading really good, taking advantage. A lot of mine connections here. And will this be enough? Toshko dropping down a lot of supply here, and Deshi having a 30 supply lead here, a lot more in looking at the army supply for, actually I kind of look sorry. So Deshi is aggressing here with the forward pace of Toshko. He'll probably kill it. There is no more answer for now. Only the Muras, but we all know that when the Muras are alone against those, a lot of Marines, a lot of hard upgraded Marines, it's really hard for the Zerg player. And now Toshko dropping to 150 supply. Very hard time for him. Deshi is getting really good advantage into this game. He's having a very solid aggression here, killing his opponent's fourth bait, and looks like Toshko is moving out with a lot of army here. Probably he'll try to sneak something or do some surround here. We'll see where this goes. A lot of links and banelings being here, and looks like Toshko once again taking the lead actually. A lot of units being produced, and let's see these engagements here. There are no mines here, so probably Toshko will do a lot better. And yeah, look, manage. Do you hear me? Okay, thanks for coming here, guys. We'll be starting our next best of 3. It will be Elfie against Stackyman. First map will be Battleship Vestige. I would like to congratulate Stacky because I just see that he managed to get to Grandmaster. He was really close, having really high MMR in the Masters. And not sure if he's first, but it's first time, but really good. Alright, so spawning here at the bottom right position, give it up for Stackyman. And of course, his opponent here on the upper left side, give it up for Elfie. So it will be a PVZ, of course, Belshire Vestige. What do you think about PVZ Belshire Vestige?
It's definitely one of the better maps to play on, and first thing I noticed is that we might be seeing a gateway opener here by Elfie. We saw Protoss versus earlier, during which the Protoss seemed to only want to open with the Force expand, but Elfie, he wants to play differently. I do believe this is going to be a gateway expand. I mean, you don't place your pylon here when you want to go Forge.
Yeah.
And no scout just yet, so actually Stackyman is the one sending the drone across the map. He could be going for a hatchery block here.
Yeah, probably.
Which I think would do quite well against somebody like Elfie, actually.
Stacky also sent the drone to catch if there are some proxy gates in the main, but yeah, there isn't such thing. And we see the gateway. It will be a gateway opening by Elfie. So yeah, Stacky will scout it. We'll see it. We'll see where he goes. If he'll do a hatch.
Doesn't look like a hatchery block. He's going to be able to see immediately that he's up against a gateway opener. Now, what is his reaction? I think he wants to go for the hatch first regardless. He saw that there was double gas, which is a huge info. Actually, no, it's just one of the gases.
He saw only one of the simulators. So yeah, he's going back here, starting with a hatch first. And
Elfie was making sure there is no hatchery block on his expansion. He threw down a pylon down there, and now he's going to go and scout across the map. I like both players' reactions so far to what they've seen and done. And Stackyman just going back with his drone here.
We're
a little bit of confusion.
Still not seeing a pool here.
Yeah, double hatch. Before pull is going to be quite good in this situation against gateway expand. The only thing that Elfie can do to really try and punish this is only mine from one gas and throw down a lot of extra gateways to try and do damage. The thing he's going to see it too late. He's already on double gas, which you don't need gas against this if you want to try and finish. You need money. Oh,
alright, Stacky surrounds the probe.
But I think Elfie realizes what's up here because he saw no pull.
So no pull.
So he should know there is a third hatchery that was made. And look, he's actually on only 2+2 on his gases here. So if he throws down extra gateways before Nexus, he could go for some huge aggression. He's going to be out a Stalker. I think he realizes there's not going to be Queens on time. So if he gets to the natural or third base before there is a Queen with one Zealot, one Stalker, one Mothership Core, he's going to start a mass murder streak on those Queens.
So yeah, he will definitely do a lot of damage here. And of course, like you said, he already started home boosting the Stalker. The first Stalker is out. So yeah, he'll do a lot of damage. And the first Queens will be started just now because the pool is complete. And they'll come really later. Looks like Elfie is still waiting here for the other part of the army, not showing the Zealot, of course. And the first 6 links are started by Stacky, and of course the 2 Queens. And looks like Elfie will go for the natural. He won't go for the third base. He'll try to kill some drones.
Interestingly enough, the Queens are being made in the main and in the third base, no one in the natural. So that's not going to be caught out of position. But now Elfie can start on killing some of those drones. He's possibly going to go into the third base.
Yeah.
At this point, if he wants to.
He already killed 2 drones as well as a couple of links. He's moving forward. He'll kill more drones here. The Queen will also pop out. He should be careful.
Oh, maybe. He could have made a spine or a spore here to try and save that drone. The Queen's going to start attacking on the Mothership Core. The drones go false around. I like this, but the Stalker is getting away.
He almost managed to kill the Stalker, but yeah, he pulled it back. We see a Stargate after this for Elfie as well as a Forge to complete the wall. So pretty good moves here by Elfie as well. Oh, he's getting this Queen really low. Oh my god,
nice.
9 HP for the Queen. Still
Nice
managed
save,
to live. Probably the the mothership core will come and try to kill the queen. It's now off creep, so but we'll see where this goes. Stucky is moving out with a couple of links. His metabolic boost will be just now complete.
Wow, and that mothership core is going to be so annoying. There is no queen in production there, so those drones might have to be transferred to the third base.
Yeah,
the spore is being started, but I mean, what about the other drones?
He'll suffer a lot of damage. The queen is coming here, and looks like Stucky came with the links there to the wall of Elfie. He has only one low HP Stalker, but drops down a very good force field. And there aren't many links, so Elfie feels absolutely fine. Of course, Stucky behind this, trying to drone hard, and he has a bit of a lead so far, 5 drones ahead. And we see the first Phoenix being produced by Elfie. Stucky trying to exploit that there is no cannon here, but can't do anything more or less because the link count is really low. So we see one attack, of course, from Elfie, as well as he'll probably add some more gateways here.
At least one made right now. He doesn't have that much money to add additional ones, and he's actually going to be supply blocked for quite some time. Elfie is on 52 out of 52. He's not getting any extra pylons right now.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, he's just started one, but that's a very important time not to be supply blocked. Because you want to get as many probes out as possible. And Stacky Man, although he's supply blocked himself because of the overload he lost, he's getting 3 extra overloads now. He's going to be in a good position if he keeps on droning pretty well from there, I think.
Also, he'll have the spore crawlers in every mineral line, so he won't have any problems with the phoenixes that are just coming. We see the roach warren as well as the +1 attack for the ranged ground units for the Zerg player. A lot of also some couple of drones being added, so he has already a 14-15 lead in the worker count, as well as a bit of a boost here in the income. And yeah,
and Elfie is still supply blocked on 60 here, out of 60 for quite some time.
Elfie managed to pick some drones from the extractors here, but still, and looks like Elfie will try to push out. He'll move out. He has a couple of sentries, he has a couple of zealots, of course the phoenixes are coming, as well as the mothership has a lot of energy. But Stucky Man starting with a couple of roaches here, 6 roaches in the production tab. If he pumps up a bit more, he'll probably have an easy time defending this.
Yeah, of course he's going to move out, man. It's Elfie. He always moves out.
Yeah.
And with the amount of phoenixes he's getting, I think he's just going to look to lift,
Yeah.
pick up roaches, kill them, and let those sentries and zealots do the work. The thing is, he's going to need a lot of reinforcements to make this work. I'm surprised Elfie hasn't closed this wall, by the way. He doesn't even have a cannon there.
Yeah. Also, Stucky didn't manage to see anywhere of the map while Elfie was moving. So now, when he hits the third base, it will be the first time for him. And yeah, probably he's focusing a lot more roaches here being added. The phoenixes will try to lift them. Very good force fields here. And yeah, very good force fields by Elfie. Will he do enough damage? Of course, the mothership core taking a lot of damage. Very good
roaches.
time warp.
The roaches are taking out sentries at this point. And Stacky Man, he needs some queens in support or some kind of high-race transition, which he doesn't have right now. There is so many phoenixes, they're going to keep on killing. Look at how much energy they have.
There is a lot of energy on those phoenixes. Roaches here, very good force fields as well as time warps. And Elfie will do a lot of damage here, as well as capturing the reinforcements with the phoenixes. Stucky drops a really lower count of the roaches when they were a lot more. And really efficient fight here by Elfie, but I think Stucky will manage to hold or not. He's trying to heal the roaches being buried. A lot more roaches coming, as well as
Burrows really is going to help.
Yeah.
I think he's going to kill the entire ground army of Elfie at this point, and he's held.
yeah, and also he could try to do a counter attack here. 12 roaches being produced in the production tab, as well as only those phoenixes here standing for Elfie.
And Stacky Man, he's dropping creep on the third base of his opponent. He has some Zerglings there as well. So there is no third base in sight here for his opponent. Elfie is getting an oracle to be able to detect those roaches. He knows he might get counterattacked since there is Burrow. He's getting an immortal now, the Robo Bay. I think he wants to hit a 2-base timing with some Colossus.
Also, he doesn't have a cannon here. He'll have a hard time.
Oh,
the
the
Forge
Forge.
is here with the armor upgrade.
The Stargate could die as well.
Oh, Stucky kills the Forge. He'll try to move forward. He could definitely kill the Oracle here.
Oh, I think the Oracle's going to finish before, but killing the Stargate would be
It's so
quite
close.
good.
Yeah, the Oracle just came out. So a lot of roaches here. He'll move forward. The Photonova charge has been dropped down by Elfie. A lot of aggression here by Stucky. No sentries, or at least 2 sentries.
Oh, he's going for the
He's moving for the immortal. One force field goes down here, and he's cleaning all of the ground army for Elfie. Only the Phoenixes as well as the immortal here, but the roach count is getting lower and lower. A lot of Phoenixes.
the
here.
immortal.
The immortal goes down. Very good snipe by Stucky, but still looks like Elfie will manage to hold this, as well as the other reinforcements on the minimap. Looks like Stucky decided to, or not. He's committing now. He's coming.
Yeah, he's getting 14 more roaches, and
A lot more
as
roaches.
much as this trade didn't feel like the best one in the world, I feel like he's skilled enough there to make sure the timing of Elfie is going to be delayed by a lot, and he can rebuild an army in the meantime. The problem is those Phoenixes. I mean, they're going to keep on killing stuff. If we look at the units lost, I mean, 7,100 resources lost in total by Stackyman, and those Phoenixes, they are not about to go on strike. They're going to keep on killing queens here and there. He needs a hydraulic transition,
Definitely.
and he chooses to go for corruptors instead. He gets the spire.
Again, the Spire, as well as a lot more roaches being produced. Nothing to deal with those Phoenixes. They'll continue to lift the roaches one by one. Of course, Elfie here trying to get the third base, killing the Overlord there. And Stucky will be moving there. He'll try to deal some damage and to delay the third base. Of course, Elfie not having really big army here. Only those Phoenixes. And will there be enough? Stucky is engaging here the natural. He'll probably kill some of the gateways, but of course there are Colossi, and Thermal Lance is almost complete. Once he has the Thermal Lance, he'll have easy time defending those roach aggression here. But still, Elfie doesn't have a third base. Of course, he'll have a really, really solid army here, but will this be enough?
It's going to be difficult. Nice force field trapping 3 of the roaches here. Those Phoenixes, they keep on doing work against them. The level 1 Zerg flyer attack starts, and with the level 2 Zerg missile attacks, I think if Stackyman is able to get, say, 10 corruptors out on the map, he's going to do great here, because those Phoenixes, they don't do anything against corruptors. There is almost no stalkers.
Well, he has the bank, probably, yeah. We just see them now, 7 corruptors being produced by Stucky. This really will come in hand with all those roaches. Actually, he's
that queen is ambitious.
yeah.
Goodbye.
And yeah, and looks like Stucky collecting a lot of army. He's having a lot of queens as well, as 10 corruptors will be coming down. And the second attack upgrade, we see with the Funker here showing that there is no third base still for Elfie, and he's moving out.
Yeah, I love Stackyman's position in this game. If he keeps on making units, he's going to be maxed out as Elfie's timing hits. And I think Stackyman is going to have a very good shot at holding here.
Yeah, he has all those corruptors, as well as 7 more corruptors being gathered. He'll be able to manage to kill some of the Phoenixes. Of course, he'll try to focus the Colossi.
Yeah, I think he needs to kill the Colossi first with some nice corruption, and then it's all going to fall into place from there. Elfie about to hit his timing here, and Stackyman, he's going to have to be the one to pick a very good concave to be able to hold. And he might take the fight to Elfie, actually, surprisingly enough. He's the one attacking.
Let's
thinking about it, at least.
Yeah, he'll try to snipe. One Colossi loses all the shields. And yeah, very good moves here by Stucky. Adding some more corruptors. He'll try almost to snipe those with one right click, those Colossi. We have one hallucinated Colossi, which is standing right on the side where the corruptors will probably hit. So good moves here by Elfie, engaging forward, dropping down the time warp, as well as some very good force fields. Stucky focusing, of course, a lot of the corruptors, a lot of the Colossi, all of them go down. A lot of ground army for Elfie, but as well for Stucky. Supplies being pretty close. Stucky has a bit of a lead, but it looks like Elfie will break here. And it looks like Stucky is moving back, bringing all those drones back. And Elfie lifting a lot of queens here, dealing a lot of damage. And yeah, looks like Stucky decided to move back, having 28 roaches in the production tab, but doesn't look that this will be enough.
I think Stackyman needed Hydralisk here, possibly. I mean, Roach Corruptor, it looked okay at first, but now it's still pretty difficult. Elfie is trying to pull back here. He doesn't have any force fields. Yeah. Those roaches are going to trade quite well. Nice corruption on lots of those units.
A lot of units being losing, of course, in the centuries, which is probably the most important part here. And let's see where this goes. Stucky is trying to defend. Of course, let's note that there is still no third base for Elfie. So he's really trying to do a lot here in this push. He lost all the higher tier army. He only has the gateway units, and looks like he's moving back. He, of course, saw the third base here by Stucky. And he'll try to pick up some drones with those Phoenixes. It looks like
he's gonna do more than try. He's gonna succeed.
He already killed like 9 drones from the beginning of the game. A lot of drones being killed, as well as other stuff. Those Phoenixes really doing a lot of job here for Elfie.
They definitely paid for themselves.
Yeah.
They
And
got
let's
so
see.
many kills actually.
And let's see where this goes, because the Elfie still hasn't managed to get his third base.
Yeah.
He'll probably now go for it, but he has a couple of Immortals being added to the army, as well as starting to upgrade the
Elfie is
blink.
actually mined out in his main.
And
he
there's
doesn't
only
like
his natural, yeah. Only
So I
his
think at this
natural.
point he takes a third base and spends his extra gas on sentries, which he needs, because right now
Yeah.
he only has one single sentry. And force fields are going to be pretty important. So with this many blink stalkers in +2, assuming he's going to be able to reach it.
And look, Stucky now knows that Elfie started his third base, because there was a roach there, as well as Stucky has a buried link here on the possible fourth position of the fourth base of Elfie. So he has pretty good map awareness. He knows that his opponent is going for the third base. He has a bit of supply lead, at least. If looking at the army supply, he has a 40 army supply lead against Elfie. And will he do the job? Elfie here, having mostly Stalkers, couple of Immortals.
Oh, the third base is going to be cancelled here. Nice move.
Very good move here by Stucky. Having
So many blink stalkers, plus immortals against exclusively roaches and corruptors.
and only one attack for Elfie, and we see that he is upgrading, of course, second attack upgrade. And Stucky on his side, looking at the upgrades, he has 2 attack for the roaches, so pretty close, I would say. But Stucky going into around 200 supply right now,
Yeah.
and Elfie is moving forward.
Yeah,
Looking-
since the third base was denied, this is all in here. This
Yeah.
is now or never for Elfie. His army looks really strong, but
Stucky just needs to hold, attacking from all the positions here, not having any more sentries. And Stucky is looking really solid here in this position. No sentries, so roaches will go. The probes come to help, but looks like Elfie is dropping a lot in the supply. Let's see where this goes. A lot more roaches being added in the production tab for Stucky. The thing here is Stucky just needs to hold.
yeah, so I think he's going to evacuate, which I really like here.
Yeah.
He took another base on the bottom left-hand side. He retook the original third base that he had. He's going to be able to saturate that. He's got a bunch of minerals left on his third base, on his natural as well. Whereas Elfie, I mean, he's pretty much mined out for the most part. So that's going to be it. He's
Yeah.
not going to be able to get any more units. He's not going to be able to take a third. Stack him, and the more time he can buy, the more he waits, the better it's going to be for him.
Yeah, definitely. And looks like Elfie is going back. He's collecting some sentries. Yeah, looking at his,
He's going to pull all his probes, man.
he already pulled a lot of them.
Yeah,
So,
but the ones from the natural this time,
yeah, so
possibly.
So he definitely knows that he can go for one more base extra.
Oh,
so
and
he'll-
Hydralisk being made. 24th
Finally.
minute.
Finally.
Oh, he
very
engages
good
before
force
that.
fields here by Elfie. And yeah, catching some roaches. This is very important for
Yeah.
Elfie here to kill the most units he possibly can.
This
before
army is
the big
actually so
engagement.
scary by Elfie. With some good force fields, he can still make this work. Stacky man,
Yes.
7 Hydralisks are on the way. Those are going to be so important. They need to rejoin the fight.
And let's
Elfie
see these
engages before it
engagements.
happens.
Here, a lot of very good force fields. Forward blink here for Elfie, and he has a lot of army and very good positioning here with those force fields. Couple of the half of the army of Stucky is not doing the damage he wants to be. And will he be able to hold? Looks like Elfie is doing fine here, killing more and more units, blinking forward, of course, and killing the other army. And GG is dropped. Elfie takes game 1. Pretty close.
Yeah, that was a very hard fought game here by Elfie. I do think that Stacky Man should have won, and
Yeah.
just because of a few mistakes, like getting those Hydralisks this late, in the end, Elfie was able to punish that and make sure he didn't let any mistake go unpunished. But in
Yeah,
the end,
yeah.
I mean, if we look at the game overall, if I was Stacky Man here, I would be pretty happy about the way he played
Yeah.
up until the very end. Except for a few mistakes, it was very good. I don't think he was the favorite in this match, but he showed that he could go head to head against Elfie and do quite well. But
Yeah.
he still did lose.
But yeah, he managed to do very good things. I really like the way his map awareness was. He had those buried roaches as well as some links here and there. He knew when his opponent has the third base, when he was going for the third base. So yeah, and if he added the Hydralisk then a bit earlier, he probably had a really easier time defending and probably winning the game. So the second map will be Aquilon Wastes. Very good performance here by Stucky. I really like you said, he definitely is here is the underdog playing against Elfie. Like I said, he just managed to join the Grandmaster League, but still very, very good games we're watching here. And we'll be moving on to the second game.
Elfie is definitely no newcomer to the Grandmaster League. He's been roaming in there
definitely.
forever.
And okay, so going into the second game, like I said, the Akinlow Wastes. I think Stucky really enjoys this playing on this map. We'll see where this
Most
goes.
Zergs don't like Akinon too much versus Protoss because it's too easy. It feels too easy to take the third base. So we're gonna see if Stackyman can adapt to this and how he goes.
And alright, so getting into the game, spawning here at the upper left position. Give it up for Stackyman. And of course, spawning here at the bottom right position, winning the first game. Give it up for Elfie. He really did.
The triple gateway went down.
And yeah.
And Elfie, you just need to give him a reason sometimes.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna hesitate. He's sending a probe across the map already. And you know, Stackyman has no idea right now.
Yeah, and his overlord is really far.
And this is actually not even 4 gate. This is 5 gate, only Zealots. He's not mining any gas. He's gonna be boosting out his warp gate exclusively. This is gonna be so hard for Stackyman to hold, but he's getting speed.
Yeah, he'll lose this hatch, of course, but will he manage to scout? Those links are getting into the base. Will they get the info they need? Yeah, they see a couple of gateways being
he
out.
needs to start some spine quarters.
Right,
Immediately he
good,
starts
very
one. He needs more than one.
Now he knows about it. He definitely two spark crawlers being started, as well as a couple of links probably will be produced here. He knows that there will be some aggression. He probably saw that there is no gas mining.
Oh, the probe needs to die before he can throw down the pylon. He's gonna get past the queen.
And yeah, the pylon is down. And there is also other pylon here in front. A lot of stalkers here being warped in, and Stucky will have a really hard time. Those zealots are engaging.
He's gonna walk into the main.
Yeah, without a problem here. There aren't any links. Just now 10 links coming out into the production tab, but will this be enough? There are a lot of zealots here, as well as the mothership core that could drop some time warp.
Oh,
and
the
ease
pylon, if he cannot reinforce, it will be a completely different game. The Zerglings, they're gonna get the pylon.
Oh, this is really close, but still Stucky.
Oh my god, he needs to send some drone over there. This is a big deal. The spine quarter is not in position at the ramp, able to attack the zealots.
Yeah, as well as, and looks like Stucky managed to pull out some links, but there are a lot of zealots here, and even though he has those 2 spine crawlers, once the links are dead, he'll have no problem. Elfie will have no problem to deal with those spine crawlers. The first spine crawler is going down, and things are looking really, really bad for Stucky. Being at 20 supply, and GG dropping down, and Elfie taking the second game.
And Stackyman said perfect counter to proxy hatch.
I wasn't able to read exactly what.
Yeah, I was able to, man. I have very fast reading.
Okay.
But I have to say, I kind of agree. I mean, looking at this game, how do you hold this if you get 5 gated?
Yeah, it's really hard.
It's like you have to be getting speed behind your proxy hatch. You need to get, I don't know, spines sometime. On this map, you will need to have a queen on the ramp, not to let the probe up to get pylons there, because that changes everything.
Definitely.
But in this case, Stackyman saw this coming, but maybe a little bit too late.
Lyrics upon the format, filled with skill, with technique, computer ADAT. My lyrical form is clouds on your brainstorm. I get hype, think, thought, flow, acrobat, sync the track, pump the track, dance missions, clubs like pose, react by stroll visions. Inherited more reflects on the dance floor, blowing up and having mad people showing up, packing crowds, jam-packed venues. Needles collapse while atmospheres continue. Sprinkle that, winning like that, moving like that, hitting like that. The melody is fat. Yo, I'm on the energy source, the cosmic boss with prodigy, flipping astrology. My intellect's the power with diesel power. Blows your mind drastically, fantastically. 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 Wind spin back, rewind, diesel power. Blows your mind drastically, fantastically. It has to be automatically. Check it out, you better work it out. Change to another route. My technique, strategies, abilities, I leave course and mic hanging like spring leaves. Do a trot so fast beyond the human eye. Lyrical tactic, vocal gymnastics.